This is the Roxanne Show. Get ready. It's time to rise. What are some of the things that can get in the way of someone being able to call in friendships like this, like within their own self?
Yeah, I think, at least I can only speak for me, in my life, I had to get to the point where I had enough self-love for myself and genuineness of wanting to see myself win and feeling like I didn't need to try to prove myself to anybody, but talking about that authenticity piece, but like a genuine self-love and empathy. It's like what we talked about even off air of this. I was like, wow, the compliments that I've gotten at this entire mastermind event, it's been like, there's so much empathy that extends and radiates from you with all of these women and how you're speaking to them. There's like a softness. And you said to me last evening, you were like, yeah, because you've been able to cultivate that empathy with yourself. And I was like, fuck yeah. That's exactly what it is. And I think in order for me to call in these type of soulful, loving relationships that, we put the ego aside, and not saying there's not ever things, but like to really have that type of depth in a relationship, like I had to get to the point in my own life where I had that first and foremost with myself, because now that I can fully see my authenticity and my heart and my own essence, which is beautiful and powerful and all of love, and and I can feel that and just be like, wow, Rachel, and I mean this, like, you're beautiful. Like, and feel that, not from like a cocky or any kind of way, but like your heart is so beautiful. I can now see that in other people. I can see other people's essence. I can see their heart in them. I can see their essence. But when I didn't have that for myself, I wasn't able to fully see that in others. And so I think that's where, you and I connected, and, I've been on my own journey, and the relationship was able to grow so deeply based off of that. You have such a beautiful amount of self-love, self-trust, authenticity in everything that you do, which is why so many women are drawn to you. That's why all your content goes viral, because they're like, holy fuck, this woman, when she speaks with so much heart that comes from everything that she says, and it speaks to their heart. But I think that was truly, where I also had to get to be able to cultivate this kind of relationships. And it's like, we have this relationship because you're there and I'm there, and I can still hold space for other women in that. But for other women, maybe who aren't there fully yet, I can hold space for them. But it may not be the same depth of the relationship, because relationships have to be an equal exchange as well too.
There has to be that alignment where, that nourishment, just there's more harmony in that flow with each other. I mean, I think that's such a beautiful, powerful, and just very honest answer. Like, I think that it really, and you hear these statements of, you have to love yourself first before you call in the love. And it sounds so cliche and kind of overused, but it really is a truth, because a lot of what we are experiencing in life is the result of the inner relationship that we have with ourselves. And that's why, I feel so called in my life to share, hey, let's work on the inner, because the inner shapes the outer. And in my life and in my journey, that evolution of the relationship that I've had with myself is, first of all, undeniable in terms of how impactful and powerful it actually is to, just to be functioning in real partnership with yourself. It doesn't mean you've got everything figured out, everything's perfect, you don't have hard days, you don't have, you're omitted from challenges. No, it doesn't mean you don't have any insecurities or, patterns, programs can't find their way into your, day-to-day life. And it doesn't mean any of that. It just means like, hey, you know what? when it's time to go to battle, you're not going into battle, first of all, towards yourself. Like you're not fighting yourself, right? You're going into battle with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There's no I in here. There's a we in here. But to go from the I to the we is a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, and empathy is a huge component to that, because you have to be able to accept yourself, to hold space for your own self, especially in the hard moments,
Yeah.
to then be able to move into that bond with yourself.
And empathy doesn't mean weak either. It's not giving yourself excuses. You know, it's being able to hold the things that really come up and be able to love yourself through them as those things come up, but also have enough self-love to be radically honest with yourself about even the hard things.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you said, be able to say, hey, we fucking got this and we're going to do this, even though this is hard, even though this is scary, even though this brings up so much of your stuff of maybe not enough, unworthiness. So the empathy piece is I can hold all of that is coming up with so much love for myself of like, I know you feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is coming up and I love you so much. And we're still going to fucking move.
Yeah.
We're still going to move forward. And it's this like beautiful dance of like self-love, empathy, and doing often what's the really hard thing.
Yeah.
That's the scary, unsafe thing that makes us get out of our box and our comfortability and lean into the things that actually make us grow.
Thanks so much for listening, you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review.